Now, when it comes to the Tories, there seems to be no end to mounting trouble for the ruling party. In the latest, UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is seeking out to his predecessor's help to turn the election around for the Conservatives. Sunak says Boris Johnson's endorsement for the Conservatives will quote-unquote make a difference to the party's prospects in the upcoming general elections. This as a seat-by-seat poll suggests that the Tories could be reduced to 115 seats, with Labour taking 256 seats. Johnson has endorsed 50 Tory candidates. Also, he has put his name to tens of thousands of letters sent to voters as part of an effort to improve the electoral plight of the Tories. However, Johnson is unlikely to go out on the stump. Instead, he is going on a summer holiday, the second one in a space of a few weeks. He is expected to be back in the United Kingdom on July 3rd, which is just a day before the country goes to poll. Johnson blames Sunak for his departure from Downing Street in 2022. Sunak's resignation as Chancellor had hastened Johnson's resignation from the Prime Minister's post. Reports indicate that the former Prime Minister is harbouring ambitions of making a return to frontline politics and leading the Conservative Party if the Tories lose. Meanwhile, billionaire John Caldwell, who backed Boris Johnson in the last election, is not siding with the Tories this time. Caldwell said he will be voting for Labour in this election. Interestingly, Caldwell had given over £500,000 to the Tories in 2019 after warning that the prospect of Jeremy Corbyn becoming the leader was abhorrent and terrifying. However, now there has been a change of heart. Caldwell says he is impressed by Starmer's plan for the government after attending the Labour Party's manifesto launch. The plans to expand the economy particularly convinced him to cast his vote for Labour. He said, and I'm quoting, "It is socialism through capitalism. It's embedded in their mandate."
They said that we couldn't win in the south of England and the north.
Now, to tell us what's happening on the ground, our correspondent Stuart Smith is joining us live from London. Stuart, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Has this what it's come to? Rishi Sunak has to now bank on Boris Johnson to actually stay in power?
Yeah, that seems to be the case. Boris Johnson is an immensely popular figure among the Conservative Party members, among those that vote for the Conservative Party, but also amongst the general population of the UK. Certainly compared, polling shows, to Rishi Sunak and also the Conservative Party more generally. So what he's doing, his team say, is no more and no less than has been asked by Rishi Sunak's team, which is not to go on the ground, door knocking on the streets, but to limit himself to videos and letters to influential figures in the party and videos which could be shared on social media, endorsing various Conservative Party candidates in key seats to try to get people to vote for them. But he hasn't, he said, changed his holiday plans, and his team stresses that those holidays were booked long before Rishi Sunak called the surprise general election to take place in July. It may make a difference to the party's outcomes, but frankly, polling suggests that the Conservatives have not managed to change the tide when it comes to their unpopularity, and it seems unlikely that Boris Johnson's videos will make much of a difference to that.
Stuart, 14 years of Conservative rule in the United Kingdom. This election is touting to be the most important one in decades. How are the voters feeling just 2 weeks ahead of elections?
Well, for voters that are hoping for a Conservative Party to get into government, it feels almost like a hopeless situation. Labour have a significant majority, and now even the opposition parties are talking about why people should vote for them instead of Labour. It's no longer an attack on the Conservative Party to encourage people not to vote Tory. It's an attack on the Labour Party to encourage people to vote for other parties. So the Scottish National Party, the Green Party and the Reform Party are all saying that they would be a better alternative to Labour, with the Conservative situation largely apparent to voters as being an unredeemable one. As to how people feel, a lot of people feel it's already a done thing. The Labour Party will get into power, Keir Starmer will be Prime Minister, and so there's not much point voting. There are some key seats where definitely there will be a race, perhaps between Labour and the Liberal Democrats or Labour and the Conservative Party, but largely there's a feeling that this is a done deal, with people already talking about what Labour will do once it gets into power.
All right, Stuart, thank you so much for joining us from London and getting us all those updates. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.